Well, I don't know if you know this or not by now. And I saw that post from Angel Reese, or what I thought was Angel Reese, or whatever I got told was Angel Reese, about the white girl didn't want any of the fade or something like that. I thought it had to be a mistake. Somebody asked me about it, and I said, no, surely to God she would not have even Angel Reese surely realizes not to repost something like that, right?
But so apparently it's okay to start drama with your biggest rival. But when people call you out for it, suddenly you're the victim. That's how things are going for Angel Reese these days. When Angel shared a video making fun of Caitlin Clark for choosing to stay out of the drama, she didn't just stir the pot, she threw it off the stove. And the league, completely silent, no comments, no response, just good vibes and double standards. Welcome to today's NBA, where fouls get reviewed but trash talk and targeted shade are ignored, especially when it's aimed at the one player actually bringing attention to the league.
Hell, I guess I was wrong. I guess she did. And so now that I'm really starting to look into this, I'm like, God, not only is this real, but you've got media members that actually do try to hold the WNBA to some kind of responsibility. They're talking about there's no room for hate, this and that and the other one, and you got a player that's blatantly advocating for violence against far and away your most popular player. All right, and bringing race into the situation.
We're in the middle of what might be the biggest controversy in WNBA history. And it's not just about basketball, it's about trust, culture, and a league that talks about values but doesn't always follow them. This is about integrity, or really a lack of it. When the rules only seem to apply to some teams and not others, that's not leadership. That's just for show. At the center of it all are two familiar names, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. One is focused on playing the game right. The other is stirring up drama. And the WNBA. It's acting like nothing's wrong, even as everything starts to fall apart. If you support Caitlin, comment *I stand with CT* below to show it. Let's go.
But this was put out right here. Again, hell, I thought it was fake originally. And I guess it's not. I mean, it's crazy. White girl running from the fade. There's Angel Reese right there. There's, of course, Caitlin Clark doing the responsible thing, not wanting to tank her public relations, like Angel Reese walking away after the take foul the other night, or the other day against the Chicago Sky.
So how did this all start? Like most modern controversies, with a TikTok. Someone posted a clip from the Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever game. It showed Caitlin Clark committing a hard but clean foul on Angel Reese. The video was edited and captioned, "White girl running from the fade," and shared for everyone to judge. But here's what really happened. Clark made a physical play, nothing dirty or mean. Then she did the mature thing, she walked away. No trash talk, no drama, no show. She kept it calm and moved on.
And I was like, again, somebody sent that to me and I said, it's got to be fake. And I was like, nope. Here's a video on TikTok right here, and that picture is in this video, and it was reposted by Angel Reese. And let me see if I have the ability there. I'm going to just turn that down because I don't want a copyright strike. But right there, there's the picture. And Angel Reese did, in fact, repost this on TikTok, it looks like, and share it.
But these days, staying calm is seen as weak. Walking away gets twisted into looking scared. That TikTok changed the story, making it seem like Caitlin Clark was afraid to fight. It's like in today's WNBA, you only earn respect if you act like you're in a UFC match, not a basketball game. And instead of clearing things up, Angel Reese, who has millions of followers and calls herself the face of the league, shared the video. No context, no explanation. Just full support of a racially charged meme that attacked another player for staying composed.
And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? And the WNBA is going after and lecturing Indiana Fever fans in this investigation? Are you trying to tell me Angel Reese is not going to get suspended for this? Not going to get fined for this? or is the WNBA too gutless to stand up against things like this, even if it is against a white woman?
Let that sink in, because this is where things really change. Caitlin Clark isn't just any second-year player. She's the main reason people aren't even watching the Yell NBA right now. She's breaking viewership records, her jerseys are flying off shelves, and she's filling up arenas in cities that couldn't even fill the stands before. She's like the Steph Curry of women's basketball, and she's just getting started. So when a meme like that goes viral and Angel Reese, with all her influence, chooses to share it, it's not just a harmless joke. It sends a message, and it's a dangerous one.
Right here, Angel Reese cries about racism that never happened, then goes on and reposts openly racist TikToks. This is why the WNBA is a joke and not only allows but encourages racism against white people. Well, it takes a step further here, because my boy over at Outkick, Bobby Burack, who's a hell of a good journalist, did reach out to the WNBA. Right here, I asked the WNBA if they had a comment on Angel Reese's racist post on TikTok about Caitlin Clark. The league had no comment, nor would it address Reese suggesting she wants to fight Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese is also a rising star. She made a name for herself at LSU, built her brand on confidence, and isn't afraid to be herself. That's a big deal for athlete empowerment, and she deserves respect for it. But with that kind of influence comes responsibility. When you have a big platform, what you share matters. So when Angel reposts something, it turns a normal moment into a race issue and makes leadership look like weakness. It's not just a joke. It adds to the divide. And that's the part most people don't want to talk about.
So much for, quote, zero tolerance for hate. You know, the WNBA is running an ad right now about, I think, the physicality of the league. And at some point, we just gotta ask the question: is this what Kathy Engelbert and the WNBA wanted? Is this what they wanted? Is all this drama, all this? I mean, I understand it's good for ratings. Maybe the commissioner's sitting back and she's secretly smiling about this or whatnot, but you're still targeting the fan base that's funding this whole thing in the Indiana Fever.
And what did the NBA do about it? Nothing at all. Not a word, not a warning, not even a basic message about sportsmanship. This is the same league that wants to be seen as progressive, inclusive, and all about equality. But suddenly, it goes silent. They'll investigate if fans boo too loudly. They'll find a coach for criticizing the refs. But when a viral post mocks a player over race, gender dynamics, and for choosing to stay calm, not even a timeout.
All right. They're the ones grabbing the ratings. They're the ones paying up for the tickets, even on the road. And I've got to wonder, are you going to start seeing more empty seats even at Caitlin Clark games? Because I can tell you this, just from what I can gauge, a lot of Fever fans are already sort of fed up. All right, they're already sort of fed up. And you could hear it from the crowd.
Now imagine if the roles were reversed. What if Caitlin Clark had shared a video with the caption, "Black girl can't handle the smoke"? Just think about it. You already know what would happen. It would be all over ESPN. Every news outlet would be talking about it nonstop. Brands would drop her. The WNBA would rush out statements about diversity and inclusion. And honestly, they'd be right to. Because racism in any direction isn't strength or empowerment. It's just plain wrong.
Crowd said that they, Kathy Engelbert came over and lectured the crowd prior to the game the other day. How about at Kathy Engelbert? Does she have any comment? If the WNBA wants to be taken seriously, we should have transparency on these types of issues.
But when the situation is reversed, and the target is a white athlete, the silence is loud. Suddenly, people make excuses. They say it's about culture or empowerment, using those ideas to cover up bad behavior. But the truth is simple. Racism is racism. Making fun of someone's race, even as a joke, even in a meme, is an activism. It's bullying. And it's cowardly, especially when you're going after someone who chooses not to fight back. Caitlin Clark doesn't respond with drama. She doesn't go on podcasts to throw shade or use social media to attack. She just plays the game and lets her skills speak for her. That's what really bothers her critics. She'll score 30 points, walk off calmly like a veteran, stay quiet while others shout, and take hits without begging for sympathy. That calm and focus, that refusal to join the drama, is what people who live off chaos can't stand.
The WNBA is officially having their Jussie Smollett Bubba Wallace hoax situation. Right here, right now. You're watching it. And there's other things going on like this being shared by Angel Reese. WNBA's turning a blind eye to it.
And the NBA's choice to stay silent, that's the real problem. This isn't just about what Angel Reese posted. It's about what the league is saying by ignoring it. They're sending a message that the rules only apply to some people, that certain voices get punished, while others get a pass. That leadership depends on asterisk, who asterisk you are, not asterisk what asterisk you do. When a league that claims to stand for fairness looks the other way in moments like this, they're not just failing, they're allowing the problem to grow. Now, let's talk about the people actually keeping the NBA alive. The fans. Especially Indiana Fever fans, who are showing up like they own season tickets. They're buying merch, packing arenas, and following Caitlin Clark from city to city, cheering her on like a superstar. You'd think they'd be celebrated, but instead, they're getting side-eyed, lectured, and scolded by Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. And not for anything extreme, just for their asterisk tone asterisk. That's right. Not their behavior, not their words, just their energy. Because apparently nothing says thank you to loyal fans like telling them to calm down.
Do they not realize, look, if you want to be taken as a, number one, if you want to keep all these new fans around, and you want to be treated like a real sports league, you've got to start taking things like this seriously and quit worrying about going after somebody because they made a crack about Brittany Griner being arrested in Russia. Sports fans are going to go after Brittany Griner over that. They're going to heckle her over that. I heard that yesterday and was like, are you kidding me? Fact, Brittany Griner got arrested in Russia for cannabis oil, which is illegal in Russia. You expect sports fans to not literally heckle her with that during a game? Have you ever been to a Raiders game, an Eagles game? You got to be kidding me.
And here's the worst part. This lecture happened while the league was still investigating a claim of racism that now seems completely unfounded. Some fans got a little loud and annoyed, and that turned into a big investigation. Meanwhile, Angel Reese can share racially charged TikToks without even getting a warning. You don't need a marketing degree to see why this is a disaster. You don't need PR training to know how disrespectful this is to the fans who are supporting the league with their money and attention. All you need is common sense. If this keeps up, even Caitlin Clark's games will start seeing empty seats. That's how fast trust can disappear.
Somebody, NBA Centel, which is a parody site, a satire site, shared a fake post about the WNBA banning booing. All right? At first glance, I saw it and was like, well, I can't believe it took them this long. And then I saw who posted it and was like, okay, good. But that just tells you it got a lot of people. That post, a lot of people thought it was real. Because at this point, we're expecting the WNBA to literally do something absurd like ban booing in a sports league.
Now let's talk about how crazy this all is, because sometimes the hardest truths come with a bit of humor. A funny sports page recently posted a fake headline saying, "No NBA to bamboo." It was just a joke, clearly made to be silly, but thousands of people believed it. Not because they're dumb, but because it sounds exactly like something the NBA would actually do. That's where things are now. When the league's actions are so out of touch that a joke feels like real news, there's a big problem with their image. The line between what's funny and what's real is so mixed up that fans don't know if they're watching basketball or a bad comedy show. And when fans start laughing asterisk at asterisk you instead of asterisk with asterisk you, you're not a serious sports league anymore. You're just a joke, and jokes don't sell tickets.
Adam Silver, where are you? And we're turning into Scooby-Doo with you. Where are you exactly? Because it seems to me like the NBA and Adam Silver should get involved here. And be like, you do realize we've got Michael Jordan in the house right now.
Now let's talk about something the WNBA leaders don't like to admit: business. The league might act like a social media echo chamber, but sponsors don't. Corporate partners won't keep giving money to a league that's caught up in controversy every week. TV networks won't keep signing big deals if every game comes with a side of bad publicity. And merch companies don't want their logos on a league that can't even apply its rules fairly. Every time the WNBA stays silent instead of taking responsibility, it sends one clear message to the money people: you can't trust us. If enough sponsors believe that, say goodbye to Grove, because no viral TikTok can save a sinking ship. That brings us to the big boss, Adam Silver. You know him, the NBA commissioner. The WNBA is technically under his watch. The teams share branding, owners, and arenas. So when the WNBA falls into chaos, it's not just their problem. It affects basketball as a whole, the brand, and Adam Silver's reputation. If he doesn't step in now, after another public relations disaster, when fans leave and sponsors disappear, the time to act was yesterday. The next best time is right now.
She brought all those fans in. What are you doing? Question mark. If you mess this up for these NBA owners that own these teams, and you mess this up with the media rights deal and all this other stuff, and our advertise, if you mess this up, Engelbert, you're out. You're fired.
Caitlin Clark didn't just bring her amazing shot to the league. She brought millions of new fans, many who had never watched women's basketball before. Now those fans are watching the league fall apart like it doesn't make sense. They see their favorite player getting fouled, mocked, targeted because of her race, and ignored while the league just shrugs and warns the fans. If that's what you're offering, don't be surprised when people stop watching. So NBA, here's the truth: you can't have it both ways. You can't say you have zero tolerance for hate, then give a pass when one of your stars crosses the line. You can't scold fans but let players act without consequences. You can't call yourself a league of values and then disappear when those values are challenged. You're either a serious professional league or just a political club with sneakers. Which is it? If you support Caitlin, comment *guy stand with CT* below to show it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss anything.